Well, it's time now to take a look at what the world press is saying, and for that I'm joined by Nicholas Rushworth. Now, serious changes underway there in Libya, as we've been saying all morning. A new era on the cards, and I'm guessing there's been a lot of reaction in media like Twitter and so on.
Yes, I'm going to turn directly to a few tweets that I've seen. They're flooding through this morning. I spotted this one from WikiLeaks, and it's there saying, if you think that getting rid of Gaddafi was hard, wait till you see what happens when Libyans try to get rid of NATO. And that's echoed by another tweet from Majstar, who says, the freedom of Libya will not be complete without the full withdrawal of NATO. And in parentheses, sorry to burst your bubble, people. And a third one from freedom fighter Trable's voice, I am not declaring victory until every inch of Libya is free. The press should be free to walk on the streets without companionship.
All right, so some interesting tweets there, not necessarily opinions we're hearing across the board here in the newsroom. What about the world's papers? What are they saying?
Well, I'll turn directly to the New York Times' international paper in the International Herald Tribune, and there you can see the headline, Libyan rebels close in on Tripoli, and a photo capturing the euphoria. The International Tribune is saying that Gaddafi's grip dissolved with astonishing speed, and this marks the end for one of the world's most flamboyant and mercurial political figures. The coverage overall, of course, saying, as you're pointing out, it's not clear how this will play out. The Washington Post online says that Gaddafi's rule is crumbling, and it quotes NATO there. Also quotes a US official saying Gaddafi is not sure of what he's going to do from one moment to the next at this point. That's slightly contradicted by the Arab daily based in London, Asharq al-Awsat, which is quoted rebel National Transitional Council officials saying that Gaddafi wants an escape route by sea and has been obstacled with that by Egypt and Tunisia. The Wall Street Journal, meanwhile, has an editorial by George Grant entitled Preparing for the Post-Gaddafi Libya, and it says that the rebels will have to make real compromises to assure that forces loyal to Gaddafi who defect will be safe. He says that the post-Gaddafi era can succeed because it's bound to be a marked improvement on what has existed during the colonel's 42 years in power. I'm going to switch over to The Guardian, and it's got an editorial saying how and when the regime ends has become less important than the questions of who and what a new era may bring, and it warns the spectre of Iraq lurks in the background. I'm going to go to a paper in the Middle East, the Lebanese paper, L'Orient Le Jour, and it's headlining Fin de partie pour Gaddafi, endgame for Gaddafi, and you can see there on the paper that it has a photo of joyous rebel supporters celebrating in Gaddafi. That photo taken at the point Gaddafi was saying, we're going to clear the capital of rats. And just to look at what the French papers are saying, the Le Figaro has got a headline, I can show it to you here, Le piège se referme sur Gaddafi, with a photo of the leader, and that translates as the closing in on Gaddafi.
All right, so a lot of adjectives we're hearing there, the end game, the fin de partie, crumbling, and rebels closing in on Libya. And echoing that, we're just getting news this hour from the from the Agence France Presse news agency that there are reports of heavy fighting around Gaddafi's Tripoli residence. It's not known where Gaddafi is at this stage. We are speculating that he may be inside that residence in Tripoli where the fighting is taking place. Well, we'll be sure to keep you posted on that as more news comes in. Thank you very much to you, Nicholas Rushworth, for a look at all the